Hello everyone, and welcome to my third update of the It's Panning Cats and Dogs 2 Project Pan. This is a Pantastic Ladies collab. It is the brainchild of Deb B and Danny from Danny's Makeup. I'll have all of the information listed and linked down in the description box below. This is a prompt-based project, and all of the prompts have something to do with our lovable furry friends, our cats and our dogs. And it's just a fun way to help us dig into our makeup inventory and maybe use products that we haven't been using for a while. I have chosen to use 5 prompts each month. And when I finish my goal for that product, whether it was a usage goal or finish or some other thing, then I will roll that out and select a new prompt. My first prompt that I had last month was Sharpay, and this was a skincare product that combats wrinkles. And I selected to use my Versed Press Restart Gentle Setting Serum. This is an encapsulated retinol product that also has bakuchiol, and I really like this serum. It's made for aging skin, dullness, and problem skin, and I really do feel like the texture and just overall bounciness of my skin has improved since using this. So my goal was to use this 10 times. I wanted to kind of focus on using it at least 3 times a week, and I actually used it 14 times, but even better, I finished it. It's gone. I think that I want to replace it, but I'm also not sure if I want this one or if I want to get the e.l.f. retinol serum again, because I really liked that one too. So I'm going to do a little research and figure out which retinol serum I want, or if I want to try a new one, and I'll let you guys know what I selected, but this is done. It goes in my empties. The next prompt was Poodle, and this was a product that makes you feel high maintenance. And I don't really have a lot of high-end products in my collection. And so I chose the Lancome Ultra Wear Teint Idol Foundation. This is a foundation that at first I didn't like, and I thought I was going to return it because it didn't really work very well for me the first couple of times I used it. And then I forgot to put a primer on, and it worked really well. And so I realized that it probably just didn't like the primers that I used with it. Most of the time I don't put a primer on, but I have found a couple of primers that I can use with it. I do have it on my skin today, and I used it with the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. I think it does well with a hydrating primer. It doesn't do as great with a smoothing or blurring primer. And that probably has something to do with the ingredients in that versus the primers, but I haven't looked that up and researched it. But anyway, I did use this 10 times. So this one also gets to roll out, but it's not going to go very far because I realized how much I really do like it. My next prompt was Agility, and this is a product that requires practice to use it. And so I selected the Deodor or Doder, or however you pronounce them, half lashes that I got on Amazon. And this one, there's a story behind. The first time I used it, they weren't what I remembered them being, or my tastes have just changed, because I used to love these. And I put them on and I didn't love them. I thought they were just too much. And so I tried to trim them because I thought they were too long. And then they just looked stubby and weird. So rather than give up or just keep this in the project indefinitely and not use them, I decided I can change the rules because it's my project and nobody's the boss of me. And so I brought in my Kiss Sultry lashes. They're much more natural. They still give you extra length and a little more volume without being obviously, oh, you're wearing false lashes. So as you can see here, I have one of a pair. The other one was not usable any longer, but I like to trim these. And what I do is I cut off like the outer just a little bit. And then I have a half lash, but in the style that I like. And so I have been using these instead of these. Now, I don't know that I'll never use these again. These are really good when you want something really dramatic. Be great like on New Year's Eve, or sometimes even when I'm running the box office at the theater, I want a more dramatic look. And so these I'll still keep and use, but for daily wear, I much prefer a look like this. And maybe that just means I'm getting old. I don't know. I have them on today and I really like the way they look. So I had a usage goal of 8 on the half lashes, and I've used them now 6 times. I used them twice and then I kind of just stopped because I didn't like them. I did use my lashes from Risa Does Makeup. These are also a half lash, and I actually like these better than the Amazon Deodor ones as well. So I think I'm probably not going to repurchase those Amazon ones, but I'm not going to get rid of them. I will still keep them, and sometimes I'll probably use them too. Moving on, the fourth one was Pug, and that was an item with cute packaging. And I pulled in the ZC Alice in Wonderland palette. This is a really pretty pink palette. I left the mirror cover on because I never really use the mirror, and it's really helpful when I'm videoing not to have that reflective. I do have it on my eyes today. I had a usage goal of 5 on it, and I did use it 5 times. I like this palette, but I'm finding that even when I specifically try to use different colors in here, the looks all end up looking the same. And I didn't expect that because you've got some that are warmer and some that are more cool toned. The shimmer shades in here are very thin and definitely just toppers. They don't have that creamy, buttery, foiled metal look on your eyes. They just kind of show up as glitter. And when you put them on, even though they look a little different in the swatch, on your eyes, they kind of all look the same. The only one that has a little more pigment is this guy right here. And that's more of a traditional shimmer. I do have that on the outer corner of my eye today. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this palette. It's gorgeous. I love looking at it. Maybe I'll just put it like in my background and display it. But to have something and not use it, I don't know. It doesn't expire until December of 2025. So keeping it and only using it once in a while is definitely an option. For now, though, it's going to go in the palette vault. If you haven't seen my palettes I used in series that I started last month, I will link that in the cards, and I will be filming that update again. So I'm going to be sharing all of the palettes I used each month, and then those palettes are going to have to go away so that it makes me focus on all of the palettes in my inventory, because eventually I'm not going to have much to use except the ones that I don't reach for. So I have time to figure out what I want to do with this. Likely it's just going to get kept and used once in a while because it really is pretty. It's just not very versatile. And then this red lipstick. This last one rolled in from the prior month, and this was for the prompt Catitude. And that is a product you wear when you're feeling sassy or feel sassy when you wear. And for me, that's a red lip. When I'm feeling sassy, I want a red lip, and putting on a red lip makes me feel a little sassy. So originally I had this in for a usage goal of 5, and in the first month it was in, I used it 3 times, and I still only have 3 uses on it. I did not use it at all in the month of February. There's also a little twist on this one. And the original Wet n Wild lipstick that I put in here was Wine Room. And I just got done doing my lipstick declutter, working on editing that. It's kind of a beast because it's really long. And I realized that I like this red better than Wine Room. And this is Stoplight Red. Wine Room was a little more wine, which you would expect maybe from the name. I knew I had another red lipstick from Wet n Wild, but I couldn't find it. And when I dug everything out, put it together for that declutter, I found it. So I have swapped the red lipstick that I have in this project. It's no longer Wine Room. It is now Stoplight Red, and I still have 2 uses on it. So this is the only project that's going to roll forward to March. And I am going to do my level best to use this thing 2 times in March so that I can roll in something new. I have my wheel of names, and I'm going to pick 4 new prompts that I will turn off the camera, pick my products, and come back and tell you what the prompts mean and what products I have picked. So here we go. This one is called Vet Bills. I'm removing each prompt before I go on so that it can't be picked again. If I get through them all in the year, then I'll put them all back in and start over. This one is Bishan Freeze. Poop bags. Okay. And then the last one that I get to pick . Long-haired cat. I like that one because my cat Leonard is a long-haired cat. All right, I'm going to go pick my products and I'll be right back. I've selected my products, and it is so much fun to take these prompts and then dig through my collection and find something that will go along with it. But I also try to focus on something I haven't used in a while or don't use very much, because the goal of this is to get me more familiar with the products that I have and maybe I'll find that it doesn't belong in my inventory, and maybe I'll find something new that I love. So the first one is Catitude. This Stoplight Red lipstick is going back in for another month. I only have 2 uses left on it, and I am going to do my level best to get those 2 uses so that we can put something else in here. The first new prompt that I picked was vet bills, and this is an expensive product. Last month, I had in the Lancome Teint Idole foundation. And for this one, I'm going to put in the Lancome Effacerne Waterproof Concealer. I got this at the same time I got the foundation because at the time it was buy the foundation, get the concealer free. And I had a $10 off, $40, something like that. So I got both of them for $30, which basically makes them drugstore priced, $15 a piece. And I think I'm going to put a usage goal of 10 on this. I want to really focus on using this concealer and seeing how I like it under a lot of different circumstances. Next up is Bishan Freeze, and that is a clean makeup or skincare brand. And I am going to bring in this Steam Cream Toner. I got this last year in PR from Steam Cream. I got this and a moisturizer from them. The moisturizer was their frankincense, and I didn't really like the smell of it. The moisturizer itself was good. I do like the toner. This is a Japanese brand. It's vegan and cruelty-free, and their process uses steam to emulsify the extracts that they put into this. The toner says that it has a Suzenji Nori product. I don't know what that is, but that it can hold 6,000 times its weight in water, and so it's a great moisturizer. I like to put my toners in a spray bottle, so that's what's in here. And my goal on this is to finish it. So it's probably going to be in there for a couple of months, but I use a toner every day. So right now it is there at that line, and I will see how far we get and if I need to put more in before next month to finish what's in here plus the little bit that's in here. I didn't do a dedicated video on Steam Cream because while I enjoy their products and I don't have anything negative to say about them, I didn't feel like it was something that I would go out and purchase with my own money. When I use this up, I probably won't repurchase it, and the same thing with the moisturizer. So it didn't feel right to me to do a dedicated video saying, hey, you should get these products when I'm probably not going to either. But that said, if this brand is intriguing to you and you want to check it out, then I will have their information linked down below because it might be right up your alley and just exactly what you're looking for. The next one is poop bags, and this one is kind of funny because it is what you run out of at the worst time. And for me, that's eyebrow pencils. I cannot tell you how many times I've been halfway through an eyebrow and suddenly the pencil is gone. Because unless you like routinely roll them up to see how much is left, you just don't know. So I'm going to put in this pencil that I got from Temu, and it might be cheating because that's all that's left of it, but I want to use it up because I have others that I like better that I want to repurchase, namely the CoverGirl or the Maybelline. But until I get through some of the eyebrow pencils I have over here, I'm not letting myself buy them. So this one is in to finish. The last one is Long-Haired Cat, and that is your favorite hair care product. Now, I am changing this to a hair care product, not necessarily my favorite, because my favorite is the Not Your Mother's 10-in-1 Leave-In Conditioner Spray, but I don't have it right now, and I'm not going to repurchase it until I use up some of these other hair care products that I have. I have 2 heat setting sprays, and I almost never use them because the leave-in conditioner that I use generally has a heat protectant in it. So I am going to actually do a combo deal here, and I am going to use this Garnier Whole Blends Moroccan Argan and Camilla Oil Moisturizing Leave-In Conditioner. This does not have a heat protectant in it, and so then I'm going to make myself use one of these. And my goal for this is to use this up. And I'm thinking if I do that, then at least this one will be gone because this one has, I can't see through the container, but I don't think there's more than like about right here left in this one. And so if I use this up, then I'll move to this one. The goal on this one is not to use it up because there's a lot more in here. But so I want to use this up, and then as much as both of these as it will take to get this gone, if that makes sense. Those are my products for the Panning Cats and Dogs month of March. Are you guys doing this project or another panning project? Let me know down below, and let me know how your progress is going. As usual, there'll be some videos there for you to go to watch if you still have some more time and want to watch some videos and help us rack up some watch hours. That would be awesome. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.